Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving deep into a topic that is absolutely critical for anyone building or managing a payment application, the smoke test. We'll cover what it is, why it's a non-negotiable part of your launch process, and exactly how to build an effective smoke test suite from the ground up. If you want to ensure your payment app launches flawlessly and keeps your users happy, you're in the right place. So, what exactly is a smoke test? Imagine you've just built a brand new car. Before you take it on a cross-country road trip, you'd at least turn the key to make sure the engine starts, right? That's a smoke test in a nutshell. In software, and especially for payment apps, a smoke test is a preliminary set of tests designed to reveal simple failures severe enough to reject a prospective software release. It's not about testing every single feature in detail. Instead, it's about verifying that the most crucial core functionalities of your application are working correctly after a new build. For a payment app, this means asking, can a user log in? Can they add a payment method? And most importantly, can they complete a basic transaction? If the answer to any of these is no, the build is considered on fire. Hence the term smoke test, and it is sent back to the developers immediately, saving countless hours of more detailed and ultimately wasted testing time. Now, you might be thinking, don't we already have comprehensive regression testing for that? And that's a great question. The key difference lies in scope and purpose. A full regression suite is exhaustive. It aims to test every feature, every edge case, every possible user journey to ensure that new code hasn't broken existing functionality. This process can take hours, sometimes even days, to complete. A smoke test, on the other hand, is quick and focused. It should ideally run in minutes. Its job isn't to find every bug, but to give a rapid go or no-go decision on a build stability. Think of it as a gatekeeper. It prevents unstable builds from ever reaching the main QA environment. This efficiency is paramount in today's fast-paced development cycles, where continuous integration and continuous deployment, or CI/CD, are the norm. By catching show-stopping bugs early, smoke tests dramatically reduce the feedback loop for developers, streamline the entire testing process, and ultimately accelerate your time to market. For payment applications, the stakes are incredibly high. We're not just dealing with user data, we're handling people's money. A single failure in a core payment flow can have catastrophic consequences. It can lead to financial loss for users, irreparable damage to your brand's reputation, and a mass exodus of customers to your competitors. This is why a dedicated smoke test for payment apps isn't just a good idea, it's an essential safeguard. It is your first line of defense against deploying a version of your app that could fail at its most fundamental purpose, processing payments. It ensures that before any deep dive testing begins, the primary happy path of a transaction is solid, secure, and reliable. So, how do we design an effective smoke test for a payment app? Let's build a checklist. We need to identify the absolute critical paths. First and foremost, user authentication. Can a user successfully register for a new account? Can an existing user log in with their credentials? Can they perform a password reset? If users can't even get into your app, nothing else matters. This is always step one. Next up, profile and payment method management. Once logged in, a user needs to be able to manage their information. Your smoke test should verify that a user can view their profile and, crucially, add a new payment method like a credit card or a bank account. You should also test if they can view their existing payment methods and perhaps delete one. This functionality is the bedrock upon which all transactions are built. For this test, you'll want to use test card numbers and dummy data, never real financial information, to validate the input fields and the process of saving that data. Now for the main event, the core transaction flow. This is the heart of your smoke test. You need to simulate a basic end-to-end payment. This involves selecting a product or entering an amount, choosing a saved payment method, confirming the payment, and receiving a success confirmation. Your test should verify that the transaction is processed correctly on the back end. A transaction record is created, and the user receives the appropriate notification, like an email receipt or an in-app message. This single successful happy path test tells you that your payment gateway integration, your transaction processing logic, and your user confirmation systems are all functioning in harmony. Don't forget about the flip side, transaction failure handling. What happens when a payment is declined? A good smoke test will include a negative test case. For example, using a test card number that is known to be declined. The test should verify that the app gracefully handles the failure, displays a clear and helpful error message to the user, and does not incorrectly charge them or leave the system in an unstable state. How your app behaves during failure is just as important as how it behaves during success. Finally, check the transaction history. After a transaction, whether successful or failed, can the user see the record of it in their transaction history? The smoke test should confirm that the list of transactions loads and that the most recent transaction appears with the correct status, amount, and date. This confirms the data is being recorded and retrieved properly, which is vital for user trust and support inquiries. Let's talk about automation. While you could perform these checks manually, the true power of smoke testing is unlocked through automation. Integrating your smoke test suite into your CI/CD pipeline is a game changer. Here's how it works. Every time a developer commits new code, the pipeline automatically triggers a new build of the application. As soon as the build is complete, the automated smoke test suite runs against it. If all tests pass, the build is automatically promoted to the next stage, like a more thorough QA environment. If any smoke test fails, the build is immediately rejected and the development team is notified. This automated feedback loop can happen in minutes, allowing developers to fix critical issues while the context is still fresh in their minds. Tools like Selenium, Cypress, or Appium are fantastic for automating these UI-driven tests, while tools like Postman or Rest Assured can be used to test the underlying APIs directly for even faster feedback. Creating this automated suite requires an initial investment of time and resources, but the return on investment is massive. You'll reduce manual testing effort, catch critical bugs much earlier in the development cycle, increase developer confidence, and significantly lower the risk of deploying a broken app to your users. When building your automated scripts, remember to keep them simple, robust, and fast. Avoid complex logic or dependencies. The goal is a quick health check, not a comprehensive deep dive. Use a dedicated, stable test environment with reliable test data. Your smoke test should be the most dependable part of your testing arsenal. To recap, your payment app smoke test is your first and most important quality gate. It's a lightweight, rapid set of tests focused on verifying the absolute critical functionalities, user authentication, payment method management, the core transaction success and failure flows, and transaction history. By automating this suite and integrating it into your CI/CD pipeline, you create a powerful safety net that ensures only stable, viable builds make it to further testing stages. This simple practice will save you time, money, and most importantly, protect your users and your reputation. Don't let a faulty build slip through the cracks. Implement a robust smoke test and launch every new version of your payment app with confidence. That's all for today's guide to payment app smoke testing. I hope you found this breakdown valuable. If you did, please give this video a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe for more content on building and testing high-quality software. Have you had any launch day horror stories that a smoke test could have prevented? Share your experiences in the comments below. I'd love to hear them. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.